Hello guys, welcome back to the CAU, calling all units, because that's still what it's called. Tuesday Twister, a quick look around, twisting and flicking and sliding all over the place, because that's sort of what we have to do in the May 2017 summit. Well, I have been looking around already. As you can see, I have a few events ranked, and other than that, unranked. It's mostly about bikes and stuff. Yeah, also the motivation is a bit gone here at the moment because there's not much to play for, and it might be interesting for new players who got the game for free with the Ubisoft's promotion in September, and it might all be new tracks and new things. But other than that, for long-term players who are the players who eventually those are the ones that paid for all this. They can't get anything new, it seems. The Crew 2 is announced. Is that gonna be a completely new game or an expansion for this one? Who knows? In about 2 weeks' time we will know some more information about it, when Ubisoft will be announcing it at E3. Meanwhile, we are dealing with this May Summit, which will run for 9 days. Also, that is way too long. Last qualifier, what was it? The Bricket thing, the American one, also lasted for a week, but we were like done on Friday, on Saturday. Me and my teammates, only 4 of us played. There was one that did not really play, 1 or 2 events, but that's it. Other than that, haven't seen him much around last week. But we had with the 4 of us, we had the top 4 on Friday or Saturday morning, and that was it. We didn't need to defend or anything because people were not really trying or couldn't get there or whatever. So it was the top 4. I finished first this time with the teammates behind me. But as you can see in the previous qualifiers, it was the other way around. I finished 4th, 3rd and 1st in the qualifiers for May. So, this summit thing, yeah, it's mainly about bikes, as I already said, but yeah, here and there you can use a car, of course. Escape test, I'm in 2nd place at the moment with 10,600 points, and the simple reason that, yeah, it is a bit of a team summit. If you don't have a team around, you might have a problem here and there. Pretty simple. Already in this escape test, it's pretty simple. Something fast in race spec will work here fine. We used the Mini Cooper. The Wrangler also has a decent speed. The Touareg, but yeah, the Touareg is DLC car. The Wrangler is calling all units, so in case you do not have that, you can use the Mini Cooper. Well, not the Mini. Well, it is a Mini Cooper, but it's the Countryman Cooper S. You sort of go that way. That's the idea. And let's see what I can score here. But yeah, the ghost there is pulling away from me. That's one of my teammates, and the reason for that is pretty simple. We have done this in a team of 4 people. Me and 2 teammates and GSG Max Booster have been driving a bit here, and yeah, you finish here somewhere if you do this with a team. Slipstream, of course, that's where it comes down to. Scored 9,030 this time, just by myself. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3 for the 3 guys from our team that were there. We scored 10,600 something, and then 12 meanwhile for GSG Max Booster. So that is for the escape tests. Solo, you're gonna have a problem here. Pretty simple. The speed skill, maybe? Yeah, the speed skill. Another one of those things. The speed skill is also a bit of a problem. We're gonna use a drag car here. Um, 1497, yeah, that will work. Nope. Sport, manual, wheel settings, Bring down the sensitivity. Throttle brake, well, that doesn't matter that much. Yeah, maybe a bit less. Something like that. We will see. Well, what is it? We'll do 2 runs here, and I will try to explain what the problem here is. Okay, yeah, it is there. Bit tricky here in the tunnel. Might have to bring down the sensitivity a bit. You could do like a bit of heavy braking also here, heavy braking, otherwise you will fly out here. And what can you score? I don't know. At the moment I'm not getting any points anymore apparently. 12,065 or something like that. It's all relevant because with that jump it's like a pain in the ass. So, second option. Why is that also a problem here? The skill test is, well, it seems to be okay now. But very often it is a summit skill, so there are people about, and that is a big problem. Forward gear, hit the nitro here. And before the starting gate, that's what we're gonna try here. We go to that left corner here. Brake, shift down. Handbrake. Turn around. Third, forward. And you should be able to use the nitro again. There we go. It wasn't the smoothest of turns, and the if you can get there a little faster. But you get the idea already. I scored just doing a little test here. 800 points more already. I have 13,400 here, which is good enough for 12th place. First guy, 21,500 is Alt Enter bullshit for sure, and there are a few more of those around at the top of the ranking of this situation here. It's a shit skill test, that's what it is. But it works. You can score more points if you turn around and drive just this way. And if you can get fast enough and fast turns and do not lose the multiplier, you can score 14, 15,000, maybe something like that. Everything higher, yeah, just forget about it, because that is Alt Enter crap. Pretty simple. That's 1, 2 skill tests. What is the third one? Oh yeah. The third one is also something. There it is. It starts there, okay. We're not going to use a drag car here, of course, because we're in the middle of the snow. So we are going to end up with a rate. No, not exactly. Because this thing is bugged as hell. The road is bugged. That also means that we need to change the wheel settings here. Auto detect dead zone vibration to 0, all the rest at maximum. That sort of no, not here. Bring down the sensitivity a bit, and the speed factor as well, probably. 1, 2, yeah, something like that. We're gonna drive on automatic, but we are going to change to full assist or all driving help. And what are we going to take? A circuit spec. Why a circuit spec? Because this road is bugged. It does not limit circuit performance or street cars to 170, 180 kilometers an hour like it usually does on a road or on a dirt road or something. That's not the case here. This road is bugged and you can get the full speed out of whatever it is that you're using. Of course you're driving on snow, so it's not going to be that easy, obviously. But also here you need a team. We have done this with Slipstream and we'll see where we get. The full assist is advisable on this track, because I've been driving around for like half an hour or so here. I was not getting the score that I wanted, and I thought, why and then I realized that I was on sport. It is a race line skill, so the idea is to stay on the race line, but also there, yeah, not really the case. You need to get the multiplier up, of course, at first, but like little things like that, just go up it for a second, it doesn't matter that much. It's advisable to stay on, of course, but on this corner, for instance, you lose way too much speed if you go on the line. So just go off the line. You will lose the multiplier a little bit, but you get way more speed and way more time left here to go up this hill. I'm losing it like 4 or 5 times now, but that's not so important. What do I score here? 7,600 something. If you stay a bit longer on the lane, you can score like 8,000 something like that. 8,100 maybe. But as you can see, I am in second place with 8,702 points. My teammates in 3 and 4, and GSG Max Booster, or Punta as it's called now, in first place. Also here, like I said, a team is needed because we have done this with Slipstream. Just like the escape, it's done with Slipstream. Sort of like you do in drag, in speed traps. You give each other Slipstream, get more speed. Especially at the end here, it's kinda advisable because it goes uphill. This last section here is uphill. If you can get Slipstream there, you get way more faster up that hill at the end there. So those are kinda for the skill tests, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a quick look. I will just say what I think you can use there, or what I've used there, and then it's for you to decide whatever you use. So for instance, on the race line, a Ducati Diavel, a KTM 1290 Super Duke might also work, but you are going to end up with a bike probably. Car, not so really. So that's for the 3 skill tests. The drag trial is also a problem. Yeah, I'm not going to go in there because it's pointless to do this solo. The problem is that you cannot. Maybe for some it works, but we tried it. Different settings: 1299, 1497, all that in the CTR3. It's raining. There's like 1 or 2 bumps in the track, and you lose the car all the time. So that's not advisable. Something like the Skyline works, but it's just a little bit too slow. So you're going to end up with either the Viper, if you can control it, or the Rough RT35. That we did it with the Rough, but we just did a few test runs, not even with a full team. So I got 11.4 at this moment, but that doesn't matter. We will probably be able to do a 11.2, maybe even an 11.1 when we do this tomorrow or so. Anything else? Monster Arena, of course. Let's have a quick look. I don't even know which one it is because I haven't been in most of these events yet. I don't know what it is, so just to go for the abort. Normally Monster Arena for the summit is in the mountain states, but lately they are mixing it up, so I have no idea. This nut doesn't seem to be in the mountain states. This seems to be the one near Chicago. Yeah, it is. And I'm even thinking how the route here was, so I have no idea. That's already not the best of starts. And I also don't think I've done this route like this, but... Oh yeah, of course. I'm still on that full assisting, and that might not be the best option. As you can see, you very often get good landings, so sport might be the option here. But that's sorta, if I'm not mistaken, how I do the route normally. Okay. Hello, Buggy Arena. But yeah, you get the idea. We're in Chicago. I might post a good run later on. And why? Oh yeah. I'm gonna change that back and abort this. So it is not the mountain stage. That might be a first for this summit. Don't know by heart, but let's have a look at the cruise speed trap is in. Let me see. We have taken a look. If I'm not mistaken, it is in Groom or something like that. I think. Is it here? Yeah. Let's have a look. Okay. There is Groom. Good to know if you know the map a little bit. It's a crew time. It's a crew speed trap, and it is street spec. So you're gonna end up with again a bike. Like I said, this summit it's all about bikes. KTM 450. This sort of is the point where you start. You turn around. Sort of drive till that billboard thing here. You can test it. It might be better to use full assist for the bike. Sometimes it helps. The reason I turn around is you don't see the cameras, of course, but the camera number 1 is here somewhere. So you get some slipstream. You do this with a team, of course. Again, team comes into play. It is a cruise speed trap after all. So, but even for the normal speed traps, I mean, yeah, they could just call it cruise speed trap because you need like a team there. Then we go to number 2. At least on our route, camera number 2, and that's already a bit tricky because you get like a bump here. You need to go off the lean forward key because, as you can see, the bike. Camera number 2 is here somewhere, which means you have to go in the field and reset. So we have sort of hypothetically did 2 cameras. We go for the third one now. It is pretty sharp in time, so if you do this route you probably need a team, and even between the cameras need some slipstream. Camera number 3 is there somewhere on the where the vans are here. That's the third camera you score. Meanwhile we have passed camera number 4, but we go way back there to get some speed. Because the first one and this one is the one that you can get the most speed for sure. Somewhere at the end of this road is the fourth camera that you need to score there. Here somewhere is the camera. And then here at the end of the here somewhere is the last camera. And then your speed trap will be done. Using 4 KTM bikes you should be able to get probably on the first camera, and on that fourth one you should be able to get the top speed, and that for the KTM that means 382 kilometers an hour in slipstream. And then on the other cameras, yeah, whatever you can get with slipstream and boosting. And so averages, I believe first was like 326 average at the moment, but that seems to be a bit low. I think we have done like 330 at least, probably 340 before here, so I don't know. Probably room for improvement there, but we haven't done it yet. That's for the speed trap. So, Monster Arena Chicago, the skill test we have done, the speed trap, drag, yeah. It's raining, it's so that you're gonna have a problem with CTR keeping control of that car, so Viper or rough RT35 might work. Also the Viper is twisty, so we use the RT. Drift, brand time and stunt, okay, we'll have a quick look on the drift trial. Also here, I'm not gonna do this one, because apparently, and most likely, it will be a repeat of some track, because they don't do anything new in this game anymore. Might all change, of course. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Cars, yeah. I got all of the drift cars, so where is my RX-7? There it is, because that's what we're gonna end up with. It's a pretty narrow track. If you can control something wider, like BMW M5 or something. Okay. Manual sport sensitivity, bring that down to 70 or 80, whatever. 50 for the speed factor, the rest can keep it as it is, and wheel settings. And we'll see what we can get. It's a pretty twisty track and also pretty narrow, so RX-7 might probably be the best option. That usually is the best option on narrow tracks, but sometimes you get more points with cars that like slide around a bit more, you see. Playing around with second and third gear now, but you can easily do this in second gear, but you're probably gonna get more points if you do third gear here and there. You can also go all the way in third gear, but then you then you have to play around with the throttle way more than I'm doing now. Also here I wasn't been here, but yeah, I kinda know the track from previous qualifiers and summits, but way too cautious at this moment. Kinda trying to remember the track. Been a while since we've done this. $304,000. I'm assuming you can do way more here. Had to break here and there because I couldn't remember certain corners or whatever. But even that is good enough for like 30th place or so. And in third gear you can drive further, maybe play around with third and second, but also not that important. This is like my first score, and the drift usually doesn't count for anything. Also I hope that they improve that in the crew to more transparent leaderboards, because nobody knows what's going on here. Which event counts the most, how does the point system work, who knows. In any sport or stuff like that you have rules and you have a point system and everybody knows about it, but not in the crew. It's all hush hush and figure it out yourself. Monster Arena we've done. So brand time attack. Diavel. Okay. Diavel. Then we're gonna end up, first of all, changing back to keyboard settings. All driving help and manual I'm gonna put because it's a bike. So that might be the best choice to go there. Not even sure where this is, but okay, traffic. Goes up and down, so I'm assuming it's somewhere in San Francisco or that area. Also here many times, and we had brand time stacked here with like what was it, the Aston Martin Vanquish, BMW bike. A lot of wall hitting here, as I remember. Okay. That kinda worked. It's another way to take a corner. The idea was to wall bump, but I got like a crash cam and it put me in a straight line suddenly. I'm braking here now, but you have to hit the wall here way more than I'm doing now. As you can see, with this Diablo and a Vent. Maybe if I feel like it one day during this week, I will take care of this, but... what are we looking for? Probably a time in the 140s. High 140, low 150, something like that. I'm assuming. Definitely not a 205. That's good enough for 213. 149.1. So yeah, a time around 150. That's for the brand time attack. Meanwhile, I moved up to 139. Seriously. I'm gonna keep the all driving and help on because once more the stunt race is with a bike. Automatic, yeah, preferably. Change the view. Um, 114, the name is still loading, I'm assuming that will be Fujisuki. 103 for a core, third place is 88,000. Okay. Dirt spec, so we're gonna end up with the Monster, because that is just the best dirt spec for these stunt races, since we have a dirt spec for that one. Before we always used the BMW, but the Monster is just better. Once more, ice, snow, sliding about, twisting about. Okay, don't even get a landing for that, so very interesting. That's only a triple, should be an awesome. can make an awesome from that. Also here, get only a double instead of a triple. Okay, let's try here. No, that's a triple. Only did 2, but you landed on a triple if you No, that was not a mistake, it is faster if you do that. Okay, not possible on this ramp. Oh boy. Okay, and then we have to do 2 laps of this thing. Just doing some backflips here and there, but you can do other combinations there for sure. Also here, if I feel like it somewhere during the week, I'll give it a shot. Hello. Okay. Apparently we're hitting something that is not even there. Not getting the combinations out of it. So there you can do the double triple thing. And now we are sort of approaching the end, and if I'm not mistaken, you had to go left here somewhere. And then you have like 10 seconds left or whatever. You can turn around and try to get a combination out of this one. For which I don't get the points, but yeah. So this was a pretty messy run, as you can see. And even then I scored like 70,000 points. So everything going perfect and good combinations out of it with a good speed. I'm assuming should be able to get somewhere between 90 and 100,000. If I can remember the tricks and tricks here, because you have to jump out of the road a few times. 56th. Okay, never mind that. Which brings us on place number 71. With like only the escape has sort of done. Second place, race line second. All the rest is yeah, mostly take a look at it and that's it. Already platinum, 71st with Monster Arena unranked and Speed Trap unranked. Monster Arena, I've shown the Speed Trap, I've shown you where it was in the route in Groom. So that will be it for the Tuesday Twister. So a quick look around what we had to do on this summit, which will run till June the 2nd. That's like 8 days remaining as it said. And that's only because it just passed 2 AM. An hour ago it was still saying 9 days remaining. So we'll probably post, I don't gonna do a daily summit series here for this thing. There's way too much bikes and only one time attack. It's sorta not really motivated for this one. But I will post some like I did before, some videos event by event, but not the daily events, and there will be like footage like the drift or so. I probably will not even post unless I do a really good run or something. Monster Arena is also the footage is already out there. There are only 4 arenas, So more than likely you can, if you look around on my channel, find good runs in that arena from other qualifiers, because it's always the same for arenas. The stunt race I will figure out, I will post that one. Also the skill test I will not post because, like I said, it has to be done in a team, and I need to have the team around and ask them to do it again, because we already done the escape in the race line in a team with Slipstream, and I wasn't recording at the time. So yeah, a video here or there during the week will pass by of this summit, but other than that, quickly went over it, what needs to be done, what car or bike to use, and so on. I will see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.